Okay. And after that, you started getting more work. You were on Fear Factor. You were on Skating with Celebrities.
Oh, yeah. You always got paid a lot of money for those shows.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Those are nice checks?
Oh, yeah. They were always good big checks.
And then in 2007, you mentioned this before, Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh, yeah.
You played Monk.
Oh, yeah. That was a lot. But I was also, remember, I was on World's Dumbest before that.
Well, right.
Yeah, World's Dumbest came in on
World's Dumbest Criminals?
Yeah, it was everything. We were like it was on every, we were the announcers and the stand-up comedians, announcers for it. Everything, we'd say what we want to say. We actually, the funny thing, before we get into the other show, I'll tell you about this show. The funny thing about that is the first episode we did, we couldn't curse or anything like that. And we're like, man, this is not going to be funny unless you bleep out our cursing. And they're like, oh, we can't do that. And we're like, it's not network. Look it up. You can bleep it out. No one's going to care. And finally, it's like, all right. So they allowed us to come in, right? And said, okay, fine. Just say what you want to say, whatever you want to say. We said, all right. And we were like, F. And by doing that, the show blew up and it became a huge show. Okay. Everyone knew what that show was. But, and then after that I got Everybody Hates Chris. I went on audition for Everybody Hates Chris and I was like, man, I'm not going to get no TV show. You know, especially for black people. I was like, I'm not going to be able to, you know, I've only been on a show for black people by Everybody Hates Chris because of Chris Rock and Ali Leroy. I have never done any other black show that was out there. They wouldn't hire me for some reason. I have no idea why. So I was like, I went and auditioned. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna get this job, man. It ain't gonna happen. And I got a call. I was like, what? I got this job? Because Ali Leroy said that the funniest thing about it, he goes, he never looks at tapes. Never did let someone else do it. He said, he said, I'm gonna put tape in. Decided to put tape in, said, and look. And he said he saw me. And he goes, what the heck? And he called and said, hey, did you need to offer him? Did you offer him to go? She goes, no, I found somebody. He goes, no, offer him the job. So they offered me the job and it was supposed to be one time, right? And I always said, they said it's one time, but I was so good. They were like, oh, no, man, we got to have you on the show. Just come on back and do whatever, you want to. I'm like, yeah, I'll do the show. I said, but you got to work around World's Dumbest. And, because World's Dumbest was like once a week too, and they ended up working around it. So it was fine.
Well, yeah, I interviewed Ernest Thomas, who played Omar, the funeral director.
Ernest Thomas, a good character in it too.
I hear about Chris Rock being at, this is 89. He's at some local club there. And I go and see him. I went, man, you a superstar, man. The people know you're this good. So we go to like a local club. We take photo. I actually have a photo from then, from back then. And so then years later, in 2005, when they saw Everybody Hates Chris, they said he was looking for me. I'm like, I didn't believe that was true because I don't know him, like that, but they said, no, he's looking for you. So then he created this role, of all the people, God bless him. God met everybody black that say, oh, Ernie, I got this for you. Martin Lawrence, I can do this. Eddie Murphy. And they mean well. They just never did. But Chris Rock, who never promised anything, he and Ali Leroy created this role of Mr. Omar. And because of him, I'm known to the millennials.
Oh, yeah. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
I did a play with Ernest Thomas. I love Ernest Thomas because he has that lazy eye.
Yeah.
And we'd be in the middle of the play and I'd be like, Ernest, what you looking at? And I was sitting on my breast when only he can hear me. I'm like, I'm over here. I'm over here. He goes, shut up, Todd. And we start laughing. So it was always, I love Ernest.
Who also had serious drug issues.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali actually helped him out.
Yep. Ernest Thomas, he's a great actor. Really good. If you saw him in, what's crazy is that Ernest Thomas is so good. He was in Malcolm X and he was wonderful in Malcolm X.
I remember that, yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, when it comes to us and our people, woo, rough. You don't get hired by a lot of your own people. Not for me. I don't know. It's probably happening now, but, and it's like, the thing is that a lot of us has done so much for us. And we've done so much for our people, but, like I did nothing. Me and my parents and all, we did nothing but help our people out in this business. We got a lot of people started and working and all that. And that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Other races do it. They'll pull each other back and forth. And for some reason, we don't do it. I'm hoping that changes one day.